Welcome back guys, Zanif Tech here. Today I want to go over the Andar Helm case for the MacBook Pro. They also make this case for the MacBook Air, and this is the same company that makes the Aspen case for the iPhone as well as the capsule case for the AirPods. But now you have this full grain leather on your MacBook as well. So this one specifically is the stone gray color. Yes, I thought it was going to be a more grayish tone, but it seems like it's more brownish even though it's a gray color. But it still does look good. I just wish it was more grayish to match with my 2021 MacBook Pro, but it still looks good and I think that it complements it pretty well. Especially how classy this case looks overall on the MacBook. I think that it makes the device look premium and keep its premium look and feel. But getting back to the case itself, this case fits snugly around the MacBook at all edges and corners, and you shouldn't have any issues with how it fits. The other thing you might be wondering is how bulky is this thing? And it does add a little bit of bulk and weight to your MacBook Pro, which is already heavy, but it's not that bad. I mean, if you want protection, it's obviously gonna add weight and bulkiness just like any other case would because you're putting something on top of the device. But if you're here for protection and classy look, then this is definitely the case for you. They do offer this in multiple colors, just like they do their other products, and you can mix and match different leather colors to make the style that you would like. And I think that it is a really good looking leather case and it feels really good. I mean, it smells good, it looks good. It's a leather case for the MacBook. It looks really good. And the fit and finish is good, like I mentioned, especially the way the edges overlap the top lid. So let's say you were to drop this thing, the corners would get banged up, but I'm pretty sure your MacBook screen will not. And the same thing goes for the bottom skin. The corners do have a little bit of protection from the bottom portion of this case, and it kind of covers the sides so that you don't really have any protruding, places where you could have damage to your MacBook. But you might also wonder, how are the ports usable when you have the case on? Because a lot of cases might cover the ports or might make it so small around the ports that you can't plug in normal cables. Well, what they've done is they've pretty much left everything exposed all around the sides. So on both sides, you have it all freed up, but then you also have the vents on the back where the fans are fully exposed. And that's my next thing I want to go over is overheating. You might be thinking this is a leather material. How is it staying on the MacBook, especially when you're using a Pro device, for example, to video edit or whatever the case may be where you put this thing to the ultimate test? Well, you have all of your vents on the bottom fully exposed, so you shouldn't have any issues with ventilation, just like the top portion being exposed. The other thing that's cool is that they have rubber feet on this case as well that cover your existing rubber feet of your MacBook, so it pretty much keeps this above the tabletop, and when the vents are exposed on the bottom, you pretty much have full ventilation like you would without having the case on this thing at all. So with that in mind, you shouldn't have any problems with the fit and finish of this on your MacBook Pro. Now let's talk about the price tag of this thing. So this thing goes for $135. You are getting a premium product, so you're getting a leather case for your MacBook, which is already expensive. Your MacBook costs probably a couple thousands of dollars depending on your spec, and you would want to protect it. And if you want something that's classy and you have the protection all around, then this is definitely the way to go, especially if you're putting this into a laptop sleeve or a bag. Those zippers, when you're putting into the bag, you might get it scratched up. So this protects all of that, and it looks good as well. I mean, it doesn't really look just like a computer anymore. It looks like this premium device with the leather casing on it. However, some people do not like cases at all on their MacBooks or skins. I mean, for those folks, this probably isn't for you because of the bulkiness that it adds, but then it also isn't for you because you don't want any type of covering over your MacBook. But for the people that want a covering and don't want those cheap plastic ones that are offered from different brands, then this is the way to go to get your leather case on your MacBook. I mean, it just looks really good and it keeps that whole premium look. And the last thing I wanted to mention is how it attaches to the actual device. So this MacBook cover has clips all around, so you have the ability to lock in the cover on multiple parts of the casing and then all around the screen as well. So these are made out of plastic, so you shouldn't have any issues with the MacBook metal body being scratched up, and the inside has microfiber lining. So it's something that you would expect from like an Apple branded case. You have it on both the bottom lid and the top lid of this case, so you shouldn't have any issues. However, let's say you went to the beach or wherever the case may be where you got debris stuck between the MacBook and the case. How do you take this thing off? And this is where I question my ability on how to take it off. I looked online and the bottom portion was extremely easy. You push the little plastic clips to the side and it just pops right off. However, when it came to the screen, they're so snug around the screen, which is not a bad thing. I mean, it doesn't mess up the functionality whatsoever. It's actually better for protection. However, with them being so snug and the screen being so slim, you might mess up your screen taking this thing off. So I looked online just to make sure I don't mess up my screen before I attempt to do anything. I found out that you have to be really gentle with taking the clips off, because I've seen multiple people online break their screens and have to have the top lid of the MacBook replaced because of that. But I found an easy trick to fix all of that. Basically, I use a little guitar pick, or it's more like a screen repair kit pick, and it's allowing you to take off each clip one by one without ruining the casing or the MacBook itself. So you can find these little picks, like let's say when you get a new screen that you want to replace, or it's an iFixit kit, you can get those picks and start taking each one by one, and you will take off the cover with no issues and you won't break any clips whatsoever. If you start using your thumbs to take it off, you probably will mess up either the screen or the case itself. So that's something I want you to keep in mind when taking this casing off the device. And that's pretty much it. I mean, this sums up the nice Helm case from Andar. I really like their other products, so matching this with my Andar capsule case and my Aspen case will basically give me that full leather look around all of my Apple products that I own. And that's pretty much it. I mean, this is the Helm case, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below if you have any additional questions, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so we can get that counter upwards on this channel. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Zanif Tech is out.